Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Game Jawns. It's your host, Mitch and Jack.
Hello, everybody.
Remember, you can support Late on Light Studios and the Game Jawns podcast by going to patreon.com/lateonlightstudios. Thank you to all of our current patrons, and a special thanks to the Russell James Johns support group members. Without all of you, we couldn't do what we do. If you'd like to follow us, you can find us on Twitter at Game Jawns and at Light2Adventure. If you'd like to join our Discord server, we provide a link in the description of the episode. We'd be happy to talk with you there. We'll also be providing all and any links in the description of this episode. Now, without further ado, let me introduce today's guests. Today at the table, we are joined by a new guest, Jay Palacios.
Hi.
And a returning guest of honor, Reilly Zink.
Hey, guys.
A guest of honor is used very lightly in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jay, since you're brand new at this and you are sitting across from me.
I'm staring into your soul.
Yep. Please, tell us a little bit about yourself for all of our listeners so they know who you are.
I'm currently, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying that. I will be a soon-to-be graduate of Ohio University in the Games and Animation
Congrats.
department. Yeah, I have a certificate in social media, and here at Lantern Light, I'm actually a social media analyst. So I'm pretty much one of the people that kind of does the social media stuff and how we can do better to get everything across to everyone. But
Very exciting. Well, I am grateful for both of you to be joining us today.
I'm only grateful for one of you, but
wow, that's usually what I would say. Jay,
gonna have to guess who.
I am glad that you're part of the social media team.
yeah,
You're keeping us out there in the world.
I'm doing my best.
Now,
Using my certificate somehow.
yeah, you got to apply it
Yeah.
somewhere, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, you and Jack both play League of Legends, right?
Yes, we do.
Now, before I start, wow, fucking toxic. And and
Yeah.
The game or the players?
Yes.
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 Before we dive into that, what is
Okay.
your guys' favorite character? Is there a favorite character? Is there a main? I don't know.
So when it comes to
Well, what is
all of
League
that.
really
I
quick?
was gonna say I don't know a lot about League of
so
Legends.
for the whole rundown of what League of Legends is, what it originally was before all of their new added stuff started coming out with like Teamfight Tactics, it is a MOBA, so a multiplayer online battle arena where there are 3 lanes and 2 people go at each other to get each other's bases, pretty much. And there's 5 people per team, so there's 10 people all around. And MOBAs kind of work similarly, but in League there's the top laner, the mid laner, and pretty much bot. They call them the ADC, like attack damage carries, and then you have your support that's usually with your attack damage carries, because to help get them kills and get them items to continually get kills.
Uh-huh.
And then you have your jungler, which helps the rest of the team whenever's been. You're just giving me a smile.
Well, I'm trying to balance all these new terms.
Yes, that's very heavy. It's very term heavy. But the main part of it is it's full of team attacks. It's team game.
Very team-based.
Yeah, like you would in Battlefield, you would in any game. It's just a particular style of the map. Changes not at all. So
well, technically it kind of does now with the elementals.
Okay, yes. Now with League of Legends Season 11, that's the current season we're in, they're focusing on what's called elementals. So there's these dragons that people help get added stats to progress onward and hopefully help them win the game. So if your team's not doing well, those dragons can help you get back into it. It's so that there's a fighting chance for the losing team.
And an objective to contest for both teams so that you don't have players draft similar team comps where it's like, okay, I'll just sit here, not fight, and wait. And then like win one fight or find someone who's caught in a bad spot and win the game off of that. So.
It's to help balance things out.
And I would argue viewership.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, especially with competitive play.
Yes.
But that's what League is in a nutshell, even though that nut is pretty big.
They do a lot of lately on YouTube. They've been doing a lot of advertisements too. I see like promoted ads for the game, which is kind of surprising because I don't think I've seen them
Yep.
advertise their game in
They're-
a long time. And it's like, I kind of get annoyed because they're kind of crappy, shitty ads. like they're all
Yeah.
like stick figure animations, which doesn't really make any
They-
sense
they-
considering what
yeah,
League is. So
they
I
get
don't know.
other animators who already do League of Legends animations and whatnot to help out with their animations or to like for their advertising. So it's just like, hey, people in the community are making ads for us. It's like a whole family. It's cool.
Okay.
I don't
See,
know how-
That's a more upbeat take on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with, man.
Toxic
I put
my ass. Look at this.
I put so much money
here.
into this. Come on.
Oh yeah, I actually was so mad when you made me look at how much money I spent.
He
on the
spent
game.
about 600.
Whoo!
All
Wow.
together.
I didn't realize that was public information.
How much have you spent, Jay? If you're out him,
Below me, I think.
585. It's gonna come up to about 600 in the next 5 hours.
Wow.
Oh, why is that? What's coming out?
I'm thinking of buying one of the skins.
What, the Blood Moon ones?
Maybe, yeah.
No, don't fall into the trap.
Or some of the ones that I got from my shop. So
Oh, shop out.
yeah, it's
Damn it! You wrote me right back in, right when I was out.
Yep. So my shop for you guys is each person has their own customizable, like I guess it's randomized. I don't know how they figure it out. But in the game there is these skins and they find what champions you play as more often, and whichever ones you don't, they give you a big sale on it, like 60% sale to 40 to 80% sale.
I would
So-
argue their algorithm isn't that great though.
No, it's not. I've been getting terrible ones, like really old ones that look like crap.
so you guys have put almost $1,200 in this game together.
The two of you.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
when you see that new skin pop up for your favorite champion,
You just keep
you
scrolling.
have to do it. The only one,
No, I buy it.
yeah.
So you guys do have favorite champions?
yes, I do.
I have a
100%.
couple mains, particular main roles and whatnot. But yeah,
Okay. Who are your
Main roles?
main
Yeah,
roles?
Jack.
Who's your mains?
Oh, fine. You want me to
Bros.
start?
yeah.
Well, I used to hate the position, but they released my favorite character of all time, probably in a game, named Jin. He has a really wonky mechanic for the role. He plays bottom lane, and he's what is known as an AD carry, which is what he's different in the sense that he does a lot of damage, but it's not sustained.
Mhm.
Whereas most champions in that role are like snipers or like shooters, people who, or like bow and arrow people, like people who do a lot of damage over
Marksmen.
the fight. Yeah.
Most ADCs are marksmen.
But with Jin, he only has 4 bullets per shot.
You have to do a lot of counting with Jin. It's
But on the
Not
fourth,
fun.
but on the 4th shot, he deals extra critical damage, which is very fun. So you blow people up on that 4th shot, but then you have to spend time in lane reloading. So it's kind of like a management game within the lane, which makes him really good when they have like a good item balance or a good meta for him, but it makes him really bad when things are not going his way or when tanks are around because he just can't get through 'em. So that's my favorite.
he's spooky.
I don't know, he's creepy. I don't know if he's spooky.
You get 100% crit like items on
Oh,
him.
you mean in game? I thought
Yeah,
you meant like
in-game.
as a
He's
character. I was like, I mean,
Jin is a performer. He's like
Of death.
Sander Cohen from BioShock. He's like exactly
Oh.
like that. He's the artist that goes into a murder rampage.
So he's exciting.
When you say
Oh, he's exciting.
Jin, though,
Yeah.
how's it spelled? Is
J-
it
JHIN.
okay? So it's not like the genie, like
No.
Jin.
No,
like
no,
that's
no.
what I was imagining.
Like
in
the
my head.
alcohol?
people were well.
Not that.
That's
Jin.
it's kind of funny that you mention it because when like they data mine info or whatever, like you'll only get the name or the title. So when his name came out, it was like Jin the Virtuoso. So everyone was like, "Oh shit!" Like googling definitions of like what the words mean, and they were trying to figure out if he would be like a genie or whatever. I remember there's a lot of hype for Jin. You know, he's
Yeah.
4 years old.
Yeah.
Came out in 26. Do you know how
Yep.
that hurts my soul so much? It breaks my heart. I was like, I still thought he was super recent the other day, and I was checking on like his first pro game, and I was like, what the hell? This is so sad.
no.
I feel like such a boomer sometimes, even though that's
That's Mitch's role.
I know. In the game, I am a boomer. though, I
Welcome
guess. I've been
to the dark
playing
side.
since like 2014. But yeah,
2012.
is that?
That's 2012, 2013 is when I started.
Yeah, probably around there, middle school or something.
right
for me.
now.
I can't say
That's
psych,
why
man.
I've accrued so much
7
of
years.
kids
7
who don't
years.
have, stable jobs, just throw their Christmas money at the game. You gotta, here's the thing, right? You can't play well if you don't look good. And that's why my balance is
Is that
so
a
high.
science?
I'm looking
is
at
a
the same
science.
character all the time. I want to look at a pretty character while I'm doing it than
And
an
the
old
added
model.
effects, they change the effects.
They do change the
on
effects.
abilities.
I don't.
pretty.
What does that mean? Change the effects.
Like particle effects,
oh,
whatnot.
okay.
For like their abilities and
I
whatnot.
thought maybe it like boosts their effects. Like,
no,
well, that
no.
feels
No, it's all
cosmetic.
cosmetic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we know that Jack mains Jin. What do you main, Jay?
I'm a simpleton woman who plays support.
Is
that is so.
is that bad?
It's the
No,
stereotype for
It's
the game.
it's a stereotype is that all women play support, but not just in League
Oh.
and like most competitive like Overwatch
That
and
is
whatnot.
true.
I play support. I won't lie.
But sometimes I'll play top lane.
Says a lot about you, Mitch.
Yeah. I'll sometimes play top lane as well. And when support, I like playing this character named Janna, and she's the Wind's Fury. So she has
Wind.
a lot of wind. Like one of her abilities is just a tornado.
It's the most annoying ability,
It's my
arguably,
favorite.
in the lane.
It's my favorite. But yeah, that is my current main, and I play ranked with her all the time in that. And when I'm top, sometimes Irelia, who is like a dancer with blades. So or Kiana, who is Empress of the Elements. So she'll take elements from like the arena around her and use it to her advantage.
Interesting.
She's great.
How many characters are there? Like I heard there's.
100 over 140.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I heard there's over 40.
No, 100
That's
over
like
140.
those are like Dota numbers. Dota has like 60 or something. It's like really
Yeah.
low.
Is Dota also a MOBA?
It is.
Yes.
It's probably League's direct competitor in
Yeah.
the market.
I'll say I've played there was a one that came out on Xbox. It was like God.
Smite.
Yeah, Smite. I played Smite.
Which League is coming to console?
That's terrifying.
It's also coming to mobile.
Yes, they have a.
Do you think it'll be good on mobile though?
They're making it so that
It's like
it
a s-
will be good on mobile.
Yeah, so they're
I-
making
So that
a
it's
special
intuitive.
version.
Funny story.
Oh,
If you ever get real bored, when you're hanging out at home, you get maybe a stupid ad for a mobile game on your YouTube, right? And you go, maybe this will be fun. Maybe I'll check it out. So I got an ad for like a Chinese knockoff called Mobile Legends.
Oh my gosh, I've seen that.
and I go,
seen it.
and I go, you know what? Maybe it'll be easy at least. So I downloaded it. And I regret nothing because I played like 3 games and it was probably against bots, but I stomped every game. And I played like a knockoff league champ, like literally it was Viger, but like
Oh.
in the mobile league version, and it played okay.
Yeah.
It actually, you'd think it wouldn't work that well, but like with the tapping aspect, it's
Mhm.
kind of like almost as fast as pressing the button.
For a
So it's
minute-
not like that bad of a.
I thought you were gonna say you got humbled. Like I thought you were like, yeah, I hopped in and I got absolutely humbled.
No, but there is there was like a 3v3. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, Jay, but it's called Vainglory.
Yes, my old roommate played that.
shit. I played that shit
Yeah.
so much, and
It was
that
on
was
Switch, wasn't it?
I don't know.
What
I
is
only
it?
ever
Is that
played
on
it on
Switch?
mobile. It was like hard. It was basically like a It was like a mobile MOBA, but it was like actually took itself really seriously,
Mhm.
and they had like esports in the first year. It was crazy. It was like not expected at all. Like TSM had a team in Vainglory. It was crazy.
Team
It-
Solo Mid.
it was
man.
very surprising, and I played it, and it was fun. But I don't think anyone, like nobody, ever got the numbers around it or whatever. So
Yeah.
I think it's kind of dead.
But it's not to say like, especially
it
when
can
it
work. Is
yeah.
what I was gonna say.
But it's not to say like with League of Legends, because League of Legends is like a bigger overall thing for Riot because that's their main IP.
Isn't
They're
there, like,
kind of
only IP.
yeah.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, but they're using it now in different ways. So they have like team fight tactics, which is weird chess, that like fighting chess in a sense.
I called it auto chess,
Yeah, auto chess.
and its origins came from
Yeah.
a Dota 2 mod.
Yeah,
So
What
it
is-
Oh
came
yeah, I
from,
remember that.
Yeah.
yeah. So it's all like strategy based, and it's not skill based because the original League of Legends games is very skill based and sometimes
knowledge based.
And knowledge based, yes. And sometimes you just want to play something that just only requires strategy than your skills.
I part of me is like, oh, I should hop into League one of these days.
I think you would like Teamfight Tactics.
But then I hear all the people who are like, oh, he's new here. Hit Alt F4 to get better.
I mean, that's kind of on you for believing that. That's like
Yeah.
an age-old troll.
I've never done it. It's never happened because I don't play on the computer.
Right.
But I feel
Press
like
F to dance, man.
I don't. Is that a?
So F
Is that
for F because you when you're playing the Summoner's Rift. When you're playing Summoner's Rift, you get these two things called Summoner Spells, and each of them do different things. So what most people put on F, because it's F for Flash, it is a great get out of this crap, get out of this shitty situation move or someone's attack.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they take about maybe 3 minutes, 2 minutes to...
Flash is a 5 minute, or TP is a 5 minute. One of them's a 5 minute.
Yeah, so it's a long cooldown. So... press F to win means you wasted your flash. Congratulations. It'll be a lot harder to get out of a situation.
That just seems mean.
I mean,
it's pretty funny when you see it happen.
This is League of Legends. But the thing about the whole toxicity thing is that a lot of new people come in and have already assumed that, oh, these people are going to think I'm new because of my level. I'm sorry. No, Smurfs are a thing and we all hate them.
Oh, Smurfs. That's like when a high-level character makes a new account to face off
I
low-level
actually
characters.
thought you were going to determine or define what the blue Smurfs was for a second. I was
So
like,
Smurfs
oh my God.
are a type of...
A small blue creature.
Yeah.
I guess hunted for their flesh? Is that what?
Magical
Wow.
essence?
That's
It's
really dark.
essence. And they
Yeah.
like prick their finger and it's like, I think it's like blood.
Oh, so they're
Yeah.
hunting for their blood. Okay, that's just
Basically
as bad.
blue blood.
That's
Yeah.
even worse. Okay.
But
Away from the blue, dark,
yeah.
scary shit, back to the just as dark, scary shit.
Yeah, it's people of like, let's say, in the rank system there you have iron, you have bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, etc. all the way up. So you might sometimes see a platinum player make a new account for just the heck of it because he wants to make a new account. And some people farm these games, farm these accounts to sell them to other people. And yes, they do make a profit.
Okay.
Boosting.
This is like, in a sense, like
Boosting.
gaming black market shit, you know?
So people are buying other people's accounts to get a leg up on other people?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, people
It's-
do that a lot with a lot of
Well, it
games.
just
Yeah.
seems...
There's a whole thing with Pokemon Go, too, where people were selling Pokemon for, like, real life
don't-
money.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't get it. Like, I don't
I don't either. I put all this time, effort, money into my one account. I'm never making another one. But unfortunately, not a lot of people feel the same way.
well, my friend has an alternate account just to play with me specifically, and he
Yeah.
doesn't. He only has like maybe 5 or 10 champions on the account, so it's like
Mhm.
it's not like he's smurfing because he's only in League. You can't play with someone a certain rank above. So like if I just hit silver and he just hit like gold, we can't play together.
Yeah, it's to keep everything in a balance, especially with ranked, because a lot of people climb to higher levels. But yeah, so when you're playing, you can't just assume that, oh, they're gonna think I'm really bad or they don't know that I'm new. So if my advice whenever that type of thing happens is to tell them you're new and you have no idea what you're doing and that you would love their advice, and then look up guides online because that's what I had to do.
And their advice is then Alt F4.
Depends on the person, not always that way. Yeah, the toxicity is what a lot of people see because a lot of people are irritated because you are forced to spend a 40-minute game with someone who is just trolling the shit out of you.
That seems like a lot of online games like that, though.
But unlike like stuff like Overwatch, there's not another person coming in to replace you. You will be reported and your account might be banned. There is a lot on the line with that, so irritation is pretty high up. And then you're going to try to surrender because there is a surrender option. But before a 15 or 20-minute mark, it has to be unanimous. So if you get that one troll that says no, you're screwed. until that 20-minute mark, and then it's majority vote.
And it's also, most of the time, it's a lot harder if you have a teammate who's messing around or trolling, or maybe is just bad straight up and doesn't know how to play. It's harder for you as a team or any one person who's like really good to actually win with such a like handicap on your team. And it happened like a long time ago, and they decided that like snowballing, which was like just one player taking control of the game, like one person getting 5 solo kills, and then like they just win the game because they're so strong and so far ahead with gold and items and stuff. So they nerfed that and then made it like so it was more of a team oriented game, but it also just empowered trolls because then like they have so much power in the surrender vote, and they have so much power like with the game state that
that
now
just make it frustrating because you don't know who you're playing with.
And that's
you
where
can
the
do nothing
toxicity comes from.
You can do nothing to avoid it or stop it, basically. And I've had games where I've been against like trolls too, and like it's even more frustrating when it's he's fucking around and the other team's like trying to win, and like the fights are actually close, and you know it would be a good game. But
the
then
troll team ends up winning with their bullshit mechanics, and I don't understand how we lost, but we did. We did.
Nothing like a nice, I think the longest game time I've ever had was a nice 120-minute banger. I had like 35 stacks on Cho'Gath. It was my greatest game.
2 hours.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been more strapped in my life. Like gamer juice flowing through my veins. Like
so your heart was like beating out of your chest. At that
oh
point.
yeah, and with the death timers, the death timers were like 2 minutes long. Like
Oh my God.
Like if someone died, you're just sitting there watching. It was amazing.
You get on your phone, just like, all right, I guess I'll check my email and everything else.
Yeah, you can literally go to the bathroom while you're in gray screen. Just come back. All right, I'm ready to go, guys.
Like I understand the frustration with new players, and especially when it's a long game. Where
Would
you're doing
you
really
understand
well.
the frustration of sitting there for 2 hours and nothing happening?
Kind of. Although I don't really play MOBAs, so I can't relate in that sense. But I know how it feels playing a team-based game. I play Battlefield with a bunch of buddies, and we move as a squad. We all communicating, and we're usually the only squad that's in the objective.
Yeah, it's
At
the
least
same
they're
thing
your
as
buddies, though.
Yeah.
But
It's the same
they're the
thing
ones
as-
that are doing it. I'm saying like the other players who are like way in the back in a tank driving it into the ocean because apparently Shermans can float. They can't. Fun fact: tanks don't float. And then there's like the one guy in the plane who's doing like barrel rolls in the sky, who's not as good as my other buddy, the producer, who flies around in his plane bombing people and doing really well. Everyone else, they do like barrel rolls and then crash in the ground and steal planes. I understand the frustration with bad trolly new players. I guess they get replaced pretty easy in Battlefield. I can see how that'd be frustrating.
There's no way to replace it because with those 10 people, you can, depending if you're playing ranked, so it goes down on like one person chooses and then 2 people choose, and then you have to figure out who counters this person. How am I going to do in this lane against this person? So I have to pick a certain champion that has particular abilities and make it into certain items to make it easier for me and my team.
I will say when I played, what was the game that you guys told me? It was the one about the gods.
Smite.
That's what I keep forgetting the name of it. When I played that, I played as the Scarab, and I didn't know what I was doing. Brand new. That was me. I was that guy. And I started learning how to buy items, and I was like, oh, this one makes me do better, I guess. Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. I felt really bad.
Buying items is a pivotal, like, it's so fucking important when you're playing League, and that you have to make sure you buy the right items, because there might be an item that just does not work for your champion the way that you think it might, because there are added passives and some of them are activatable for like certain effects, like an added shield, negating crowd control, CC, stuff like that, even negating like charms or whatnot.
With how toxic League of Legends is, how do you think they're combating that?
That's
Man, that heavy sigh is making me a little nervous.
It's really hard to combat something like that when it's rooted into the game itself based on how it was made. So you would have to kind of change a huge part about the game, in my opinion. And it's not something that can be easily changed. If anything, it's the community that itself needs to take a step back, but they don't. Even pro players are known to be toxic.
Well, I wonder what you get out of being toxic, I guess. I've never been
Stress relief?
I could see that. I mean, I understand not bullying, but just I guess being toxic, being troll. I understand being like kind of a troll sometimes, but it's not like a full-time thing. Mm-hmm. I'm not out here trying to make other people's gameplay like worse, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no.
I think it's mostly like a snowballing effect
Yeah.
for most people. I don't like my first game of the day. I usually don't encounter people who are like ready to in their face off unless for them it's like their sixth game and the past two have been like real bad losses. There's a lot of small things that mount up in the game to make you just like just chip away at your sanity.
Yeah.
Just decisions that other people make that don't even come close to making sense to you. There's like items people buy that just like irks you as a person. There's just so many like different factors. And then you'll say like in the chat, which is supposed to be like, I think the best thing for reducing toxicity in League for me and for everyone else is just at the start of the game, just mute your team.
That's exactly what I do when I'm playing ranked.
The chat, because there's nothing beneficial that anybody will ever say to you in a ranked game.
And that's something that they have done, is that they allow you to have the ability to mute particular people, even people in your own team, to help with your sanity. And then there's these things called emotes that are just like something added, something nice and extra money in Riot's pockets.
Stuffing.
Yeah. You can turn that off for whoever as well, because people do spam it. I do too sometimes.
Oh, so you're the spammer.
When I'm flexing on the fact that I'm a support and you just died to me and you're supposed to be the carry.
Oh, yeah.
Like
the Flash Mastery
kill stealing
level
support.
7.
Yeah.
Riley, don't you know it? You know, when the support gets killed by the whatever.
Someone
the
gets
support
killed
kills
by
the
the
carry or whatever it is.
Sure.
Supports are not supposed to do any sort of killing. They're supposed to get the assists.
So there are supports, there are carries. What else are there?
Top
laners. So it's since there are
Lane,
3
my
lanes, it's like one person per lane, and the first 2 lanes and top and mid. And then jungler is the in-between areas where all of like the monsters are for like whatnot.
And and the junglers focus primarily on the big objectives that are in the game that'll help your team actually like push you or lead and finish.
And they do a lot of what's called ganking, which is gang killing. So one person comes into the lane, so it'd be a 2v1 to gain a kill.
Yeah, I've heard ganking before.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just making sure.
I love the idea that you're like the way to fix it is muting, because I do that.
It's the only way right now.
Well, I do that in like I play a lot of FPS, so like Call of Duty, Apex, Battlefield. If I'm playing in a public game where people can yell at me, I usually end up muting them, because half the time it's just people whining into the mic.
How many of them are 13?
Way too many to count. Anyway, and I like going back and playing a game like, that guy's already muted, which means I've probably already played against them.
Oh, yeah.
Though I like leaving the other team unmuted, so when I kill them, I can hear them yelling rage through the mic as they die.
That is actually like my worst nightmare.
That fuels me.
In League is like right after a real shit game, right? Where either your team got stomped or like you had a troll or like somebody was just pissing you off in chat the whole time. You go, okay, I can reset. I can fix this. And you hit that play again button and you find a match and you hit accept, and then you see the same fucking guy on your team. And then you like both recognize each other in chat and you just go like, I hate everything about this game sometimes.
Though, to be fair, and
sometimes you'll win though.
Yeah,
Then you'll be like, I told
win.
you if you just listen to me the first time.
in Battlefield 5, they don't have like a prox chat, which huge loss. Okay, actually, it's probably saved a lot of people from the toxicity of people. But there are times where I'm playing, I'll be like, oh my God, why are you in a tank if it's floating in the middle of the ocean? Or they'll not be reviving you, or not doing their roles. That is the only time I'll ever appreciate toxic prox chat. If I can scream at some idiot who is driving a tank backwards through a tree upside down in the ocean, let me yell at him.
Stupidity is another reason why toxicity exists in League. It's
that's the only point
unavoidable
of it.
in almost all games is stupidity.
Shitty players deserve to be called out on their shitty behavior.
Exactly.
Okay, that irks me. Moving forward past my irkedness on Battlefield, how would you fix it personally? Like, how would you fix the toxicity besides just muting players?
I don't think muting it helps. It helps in the moment, but the overall problem's still there. How I would fix it, I think the people in general, especially those who do it more often, I honestly think it's the community and not the game itself that just
You're wrong.
There's nothing we can do about it because there are certain, like I said before, it's just the way the game was made in a sense of, yeah, it helps with frustrations, but it's the way that the game is, and to continue holding on to the core feeling of the game, we can't just allow people to leave and then come back like you would in a new person and come in like you would in Overwatch. Maybe if they want to try that for a month, like they did, was like they experimented on some other things concerning ARAM, which is all random, all mid, which is random people with random selected champions for them, and they're all in one lane and they just go ham on each other.
Nice.
It's great. It's great for stress relief. I don't have to put any strategy in.
I vibe with that idea. A
sounds
little
like
chaos, a little destruction.
I will. You want to play League? We'll play ARAM.
or Earth.
Or Earth, which is like
love Earth.
Earth is you high cooldown, like low cooldowns.
Ultra rapid fire mode is what it's called.
Yep. And but no, if they want to
Best
try
name ever.
Yeah, if they want to try
best one.
It's based on a scrapped champion named Earth the Manatee.
Yep.
They were gonna have a manatee with a spatula and a Gatling gun.
Yeah.
As one of the, this was a long time ago.
I have a few questions, but I'll save those till the end.
Yeah, there's a lot of lore when it comes to League, but so if they want to try doing what Overwatch does for maybe a month or so,
dead game by the way.
I've been playing it. Then that's something that they could try and see how the toxicity comes from that. But I overall think that sometimes players need to be held accountable in my
Is there a way
eyes.
for you to report like trolls?
Yes, reporting is a thing, especially people who
Is that the only way to do anything?
Those who AFK 4v5s.
She's having a thing.
And then they get
Freak out.
then they get back and go, sorry guys, I had to eat dinner or something, and you're like,
You still report them. I'm like, why did you start a game that you know it's going to be about 40 minutes and you have to leave in 15?
My favorite part's playing a game, and I'll stupidly like make food, and I'll hear the game start, and I'll run in with the food. So I'll have like a mouthful of spaghetti, and I'm yelling commands to my team like, "Go left! This is so good."
Yeah, that's why I play Teamfight Tactics. I can eat normally and play. I just gotta watch and see what I'm doing. But when it comes to League itself, my attention is full on that.
Spaghetti's super hard to eat, by the way, when you're playing a game.
I bet.
Like pizza, easy.
Oh,
Spaghetti, way harder than it looks.
I can imagine.
Especially with like controllers.
Yeah, you're like holding the controller and you're like trying to balance a fork in the air with telekinesis. It's insane. It gets weird.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how I would fix it is as players itself.
So
what? No, it's
Oh.
because
Oh.
You need an attitude adjustment, Jack.
It's because that the designers won't allow for the game to go back to a place where anyone can win the game for your team, no matter the setbacks, and that is why people are upset, because they commit time out of their day, very busy days, I'm sure, all these people in their basements, a lot of people.
Including yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they sit down and they go, you know what? I want to just win and have fun and play a good game. And the first thing or second thing they see
It's all
is
F4.
their fucking mid laner running into no vision, getting killed by 4 people. Then he goes, why would you go there with no wards? And then he goes, shut the fuck up. You don't know anything. And then you just lose your mind. And then
there is a thing.
and then you got to sit there for 35 minutes and lose the game.
Yeah, there is
That's
a
why
thing
people get toxic.
in League that if someone is not available in the first 3 minutes, it's called you can do a rematch. Yeah, it's called rematch. So you have to type it in chat like small. You feel like a coder. It's great. But it's remake actually. So if you do a remake, you can restart the game. You don't have to go through all that BS of going through a 4v5. Now, if you had an inter, maybe that would be another thing. Is doing a whole remake process when it comes to inting. But there's a lot, and then your team can agree or disagree on it. So that could be one possible solution to the whole thing.
The other thing is some of the surrender.
I didn't even realize how like deep this League of Legends love went. This is great.
I'm sorry,
No,
but
this
yeah.
is perfect. Keep going. I'm getting the popcorn. One sec.
Some of the surrender or remake votes are based entirely on the amount of team members you have currently present.
Yep.
So some of the percentages require over a majority or over a 75%.
Yeah,
And
three
if
and
you
twos
have
don't work.
if you have 2 AFKs and you only have 3 people and like 2 people vote yes and 1 person votes no, it still
Oh,
doesn't
no.
it still doesn't go
No,
through
yeah.
and you have to sit there.
I
So
think
some of
frustrating.
some of the straight up like voting percentages I think
The voting does
need to be
really
changed.
change. It does
need to be
change.
updated to a more reasonable. I think it should be any time there's a majority, not just like a percentage majority. 3-2,
And
2-1,
yeah.
whatever the case.
And that's just there's so much to League that I love, and it's not just the gameplay.
Oh no, I love it. I'm
the
addicted.
lore,
For
oh
years.
my lord, the lore is so amazing.
The world building.
The world building,
Almost like we had a previous episode
I
on
know.
world building.
but you can spend time into looking into the lore, whichever lore.
I totally will just. I'm gonna go home
Yeah,
right
that one
after
character
this
thing
and
that we heard
research.
of that
you
I'm
know
a little
that
confused
thing
by.
that does that? No, like they make alternate universes as well. Like when it comes to their skins, so each skin like has their own stories and themes and whatnot. Like they have a Sailor Moon-esque skin set, and it's called Star Guardians.
So they guard stars.
They guard the
Correct.
galaxy.
Oh, I love
Guardians
that
of
movie.
the Galaxy. Got it.
There you go, Riley. Now you're tying.
Now,
Yes.
now she's in.
Now I'm in.
They also do comics with Marvel.
Yeah,
sort of.
they've done comics
Ooh.
of more of their characters to get an understanding of their background. They've done the character Lux, which is everyone's favorite. They've done Ash. They've done Zed.
It's like Zed, Shen, and Jin. It's like
Yeah.
all of them into one, but mostly
Yeah.
Zed.
I did
and
like
mostly
the-
Jin.
I did like the Lux one, and yeah. But they've done comics. They're going to be making a animated show. They're doing a lot. They're actually planning a lot, and they're planning on a FPS game and a fighting game
So
with their current IP.
you guys both said you have love for League of Legends.
Yeah.
Do you have love for the company Riot? Ooh, the silence. is
Silence.
dead.
I do.
Jay is just like staring at me.
I think they do a lot of things on the game side well or good. Besides the occasional meme that they pump out, like 200 plus years game experience. That is one of the most incredible memes I've ever heard in my life. So it originates from a bunch of the players getting really upset about one of the new attack damage carries that they released named Palacios. He has 5 different guns.
Uh-huh.
Each gun has an ability, and they all do something different. And he can basically kill you in like 2 hits if he's really nice.
I'm vibing with it.
Yeah, he's crazy. So everyone is like, "What the hell were you guys thinking? How did you think this was complex in any way?" Because they touted it out like, "Oh, it's real in depth, like crazy hard,
They changed
difficult."
the UI specifically for Affiliates.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so everyone's like, "Oh man, can't wait to see like the cool things he's able to do." Only for like simpletons like me to go into a game and get like one good ultimate ability off and kill like 3 members and just like win the game. It's so dumb. And you can see it a lot in like, especially with the professional scene, because he's like pick ban every game. Because the second he has an ult, right, where if your team is grouped up and he hits you with it, it explodes in all directions, and then it applies effects from items in all directions. So it's basically just an AoE explosion that blows up everybody in like 2 seconds. It's so dumb.
So pulling it back, I guess, a little bit. So you do like Riot games?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna get to the meme part. I'm kind of in the middle of
Okay.
something.
okay. Hey,
Here.
you pulled
I
it
was
back
like,
too
okay,
soon.
Okay, you can keep going.
And so anyway, their game design team was like, oh, well, we have collective 200 plus years game experience, so you guys are like, the player base is wrong and we're right. And so everyone is like, LOL, and they just spam it in chat, and it's great. Anyway, so like some of the people there, I don't think have the greatest ideas when it comes to saying things that people might consider silly or dumb. They have had a lot of controversy about
there's like
people.
that employee walkout, and then there's been a lot of like sexism things with Riot.
I'm talking game design. I'm not
I'm
talking.
just like,
I'm
if
not
you're just
saying.
talking games, that's
not
fine.
saying
I'm
office
just
politics.
asking.
That's not what I was.
I'll do that for you.
We'll spend another
Thanks, I
episode
appreciate
deep
it.
diving controversies in game studios.
Oh, we can talk. Yeah, you're right. That's an entire episode.
That's an entire episode's worth of just.
And I'll probably
Definitely.
scream.
Yeah, so we'll save deep dive controversies for a later episode
yeah,
that
it could cause a
we'll
fight.
take for like 2 hours.
Oh, hell
we'll just
yeah.
deep dive.
Let's go.
We'll deep dive for 2 hours, okay? Cool. All right, she's in. That's terrifying how excited she is for that.
I'm ready to
No,
fight.
I need to have notes for this.
Yeah. Well, there'll be
yeah,
notes.
definitely.
Okay, yeah.
We'll get notes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys better come with receipts, all right?
yeah.
All right.
I will.
So game design wise, you like what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm withdrawing from that one. I'm not.
Okay.
Not just because I don't want to bring notes, but also because I don't want to be involved in the conversation.
Why you want
Don't want to be in the
employed?
crossfire.
I get, I'm very flighty when people raise their voices. I turtle up.
It's true.
Jack.
I started
As
yelling
a
in the
gamer,
car.
that must be hard.
This is why I play League, where I can only read the angry messages and not hear them in my ear.
It's true. If you yell too quickly and like while we're recording, he'll run. It's the weirdest thing.
Like a scared cat.
Yeah, it's insane. So on the topic of toxicity and communities and kind of iffy stuff, are there other games that you guys have played that have kind of a toxic community around
No, I'm
them?
interrupting because Jay didn't say if she likes Riot or not. No,
Oh.
I'm not going to be the
Oh, I
only.
didn't even-
I'm not going to be the
Oh, I
only
thought-
one at this
I
table
thought
who
she-
gives an opinion
I
on
thought
it.
she
won't
answered.
be
I'm
it,
sorry. I
no.
thought she answered. All right,
No.
Jay. Can't just walk away from this.
Yeah. How dare you
I
try to
plead the
escape?
fifth.
Nope.
What? Okay.
Game design. You don't have to.
Okay.
you don't have to do
we could-
controversy.
okay.
Game
for the
design.
Game design wise, I think that they're doing. I get it. What they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think with their new champions that it's balancing out well with Aphelios and even Set, who is a new champion as well.
He's a furry, and he's
Leave my boy alone. I love Set. I love playing Set, but he has an ability where the more you hit him, he can do a cone damage, where he also gains the same amount of shield as he's gotten like a damage bar.
It's so
So
dumb.
it's I don't feel like, what are you doing to make it balance? Like these abilities are great, mind you. They're mind blowing. I love it. However,
There's
what
no
about
balance.
there is no
Correct,
balance. There is
yes.
no balance. There are certain champions that are thrown to the side and then never thought of again until they thought, oh, no one's playing this champion. Let's like buff them. And it's just like we're still not going to play them because of their abilities.
And
they
there's-
have nothing.
And there's all kinds of reasons as to why, whether the champion isn't popular among the demographics or
Yeah.
whether the skins don't sell well, because at the end of the day, they have to make money. So
That's
sometimes
why they do a
they'll
lot
put,
of Ari skins.
Sometimes they'll put game balance behind what they think will get them a good money in skin lines. So you'll see a lot of new cosmetics come out for popular champions, and then suddenly that champion's popular again because it's good
but
again.
that's part of the controversy.
I mean, I don't mind it because Jin is popular. So,
Yeah.
so my boy is always.
I appreciate what they try to do. I have issues with them in a gameplay level, but for the most part, I enjoy the game. I give them my money at the end of the day.
Yeah,
That is true. You guys have given them $1,200 collectively.
Hey, it's not as bad as my one friend who gave them 1,000 by himself.
Holy oh my
This
god!
is over the course of like
Wow.
8-9 years.
9 years, but $1,000 for one year.
It
I
might
can't
be
imagine
12.
that.
It
Think
might
of
be
what-
12 grand.
think of
like,
what-
not 12 grand.
No,
it might be
bro.
12 it might be 1,200. It
that
might
would
be
be like
1,200.
every skin in the game at least.
There
and then
are
like,
people. I have met people who have tried to get everything like collector's edition type of stuff.
Oh no.
I don't
dear.
understand how anyone could have that much money for a single game. Just go buy another game.
Well, it's
don't
not all at once. It's like
I mean, I understand
you see the
that.
sale, and then you're like, I guess I'll buy some Riot points.
Well, I guess
then
I've
you buy the
mentioned
Riot
before-
points.
I
then
guess I've
next
mentioned
week,
before I'm not really a
different
skins
set.
person. I'd rather like
I said
be the
this-
person who looks like a general character no matter the game and
yeah.
just beat you as a normal character
I
because you're spending
said-
all this
See,
money and
I
looking
said the
pretty.
same thing, but now I'm part of the problem.
now you're
You want the
$600
pretty
deep
character
on
now.
Dude, I want the Star Guardian skin to make my boy Rakan look good.
No, I
Wow.
want to be the best looking characters
It's a
just
purple.
because
It's-
it's such like an ego boost to be like, wow, I'm actually okay at this game, and they're
Yeah.
spending like twice the amount of money on it.
I think buying
than I
these
am.
skins scratches a deep part of their lizard brain, and they're like, "Ooh, I'd like this.
Shiny.
We're all shiny." All right, so back to now that we
Tomatillo.
have both of your opinions. I don't have an opinion because I don't play League, and I know Riley doesn't have an opinion because she doesn't
You
play
guys
League.
both have opinion. Riley stated her opinion.
I
basically.
not
stated my opinion a little bit, but I
But
don't.
not
I
on
don't play
game
the
design,
game, so I
so she
can't
can't-
judge them on their game design.
Yeah, and that's what we're keeping this episode at.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Jay, I'm looking right at
My
you.
apologies.
Just bring me back and I'll talk about
Yep. No,
corporations.
We got you. We got you. We'll bring it back to a 2-hour episode. We'll deep dive. Okay. So is there other communities that you've maybe been a part of or played with that you also felt were like super toxic? Or
Are
had
you asking everybody or just Jay?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me turn my head. Are there communities that you've been a part of that is super toxic?
Yes, but come back to me as I gather.
Well, I was
the
gonna say
list,
one I
the
know
long
is
list.
I've heard of is Dota. Dota
Oh, yeah.
2.
See, that's
Another
a
MOBA.
that's a special type of play because
Yeah.
Dota has open voice chat, so it's like you can just get in there and
That's the
people
one
will
thing
just
League
be like,
doesn't have.
"What the fuck are you doing?" And then, most of the time, it's like a Russian dude who's played like 3,500 hours or something insane, and you just have
Let's
like no
not
idea.
stereotype or generalize,
Well,
but okay.
I'm giving a specific example for me.
Okay.
Every time I played Dota, it was a
Yeah.
Russian guy, and he yelled at me in a lot of expletives.
Yeah. Besides League, there's not
I
many.
do not mean to cast a general.
Wide net. Yeah, I know, I get it.
I'm talking about my one
Right.
time. that
But
one
besides
couple
League, there's not
times.
that many multiplayer games that I enjoy playing. Like, I will sit down and play Oblivion by myself all I want and
You can't
never
get
have to deal
flamed
with
in
another.
Oblivion.
Exactly. I don't want to get flamed most of the time. League is like the only thing I learned how to get flamed by. Because I got
I'm
flame
gonna-
repellent armor.
I'm gonna write up or get a mod commission to have the guards flame you in Oblivion.
Please no, I'm not gonna download that.
Well, I'll tell you it's something else.
Yeah, we'll
you
download
won't
it
know.
for you.
Yeah, you'll
Ma-
never know.
Try getting on my computer.
It makes the adoring
I'll fight
fan
you.
your favorite character.
What?
The
What?
adoring fan.
What?
You guys on Oblivion, the adoring fan.
Oh.
Jesus.
It's been so-
you
I
just
haven't-
said you were playing.
Yeah, but I haven't gotten to that.
Both of you.
I've
Out.
ne- I've
Riley,
never-
it's you and I
No,
today,
I've
so-
never played
All right.
Oblivion, so I don't
never
count.
pl- oh,
I don't count in this
man.
conversation.
Well, I know another toxic fan base, not community, is Call of Duty. You can
Oh.
see that in their player emblems, and I'm not gonna
I
like,
forgot about him.
I'm not gonna
Good
cite
times.
references of their player emblems, but usually they're horrifying and really, really bad. The way they act towards other players are super, super shady, and the fun things they say about my mother is also super shady. My mom is not like that, guys. Stop. Yeah, but it's interesting when you see these different communities and they're all just as toxic, if not more toxic. And I want to know where it came from. And I know you had said earlier that it was kind of like a snowballing effect of different things, kind of chipping away at the
Yeah.
collective sanity of these people. But like,
Slow burn.
when do you just snap and you just go from not toxic, fun guy to play with to a uber asshole who makes you rue the day?
When the same thing that you've been playing this game and the same frustrations that you've been having happen consecutively
Yeah.
to the point where you feel like
So PTSD for gamers.
yeah, it's PTSD for gamers. Coin
Got
that.
it.
Coin that right now.
Coin that. Oh, it's a real thing now.
We're making it.
You coined it, so it's real.
I told her to coin it.
Okay, whoever coined it. So yeah, we'll move on from. Oh wait, Jack, did you have any toxic communities you want to bring up really quick, or you just want to let it go?
Well, I have noticed Apex in a sense is gaining sort of a
you can
weird-
feel it. You can feel the toxicity creeping.
It's because it's not a solo based game, and they really should have fucking solo and duos out already. Like I don't know what the fuck is so hard to release. I'm gonna cuss here because they've brought them back so many times for limited time modes. They work every time unless they have to get delayed, and then they just won't. I don't know why they're hesitant to publish it, but I feel like if they had that already out, we wouldn't see quite as much frustration. But you've got the people who play solo, right? And so are purposely dropping solo and fucking the team over entirely because they disagree with what, two people want to do. And then you're on a 2v and talk about games with numbers disadvantages like League, Apex is right there too. So you get fucked by some team of 3 and you're you're 2v3 in and you're like, wow, I really wish I had a third teammate right now that didn't drop hot, get downed immediately and then quit the game. Or you've got people who are playing with their friend and hate the third person for no explicable reason and won't even pick him up when he's downed.
Yeah.
And then you've got those people who are cussing, and then you've got the people who are just blasting music in their mic and not speaking in a game that you have to have hearing for. So it's a culmination of these things are adding up into not a boiling point, but something that I've noticed more and more over the couple
That's why I
months I've
say
been playing
that
it.
people need an attitude adjustment.
I think it's games that have characters with abilities. That's what I think the cause is.
I can see it.
100%.
I will definitely
Are
say.
you suggesting to get rid of those?
No,
Because you seem to like
they're
playing
amazing. They're the
those.
best games. I'm just saying that it's a trend. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm.
It's a toxicity.
Maybe
playing
I'm.
field.
I will say-
I'm the malevolent tumor in all of these games.
I will say if I'm playing Apex and I yell broke purple shield, push, and no one pushes and I get downed, I'm gonna lose my mind. I play ranked. I'm gold 2, I think. I'm trying to really get up
I'm
there.
gold 4.
Nice. I'm really trying to get up there, and I need people when I yell push because I broke the shield and they don't push. They sit there. I'm good. I'm coming back. I got really angry.
See?
But-
It's stuff like that. And even in Overwatch, people don't get on the point. They're just so far ahead.
Oh my God. Oh,
We're
gosh,
so far ahead trying to
say.
push the enemy team back, and no one realizes you have to be on the fucking payload for it to fucking move.
There's also nothing better, though, in these games when you have a team that coordinates and works together and you actually just crush everybody. It's so fulfilling in Apex or in Overwatch or in League when you just are all on the same page and just smoke the enemy. And it sucks because every time you get in those situations, it's the shortest time of your life.
A lot of people-
Overwatch games, 2 minutes, you're just all the way through the payload. You're wow, that was easy.
It's really
so
difficult
fun.
in League to coordinate like you would in Overwatch or maybe Apex because they don't necessarily have a built-in voice function. They do if you team up previously.
But you can only do it with one person unless you're in normals. So
unless you're in normals. But we're not talking about rank. We're just normal games. So you have to really be vibing with each other. And if you both are off and you both are not in sync, it screws up your match.
I think, what would you think if League revamped their ping system similar to what Apex's ping system is like? Because Apex really revolutionized the Battle Royale scene with their ping system because it gave everyone more communication in a very team-based oriented atmosphere.
I'm not entirely sure. As
Ping
of now.
system, by the way, if anyone is curious and doesn't play these games, is sort of like marking where enemies are or telling your teammates where you're going to go, or if objectives are spawning, or if there's loot, or if there's certain guns that are on the ground that you found that somebody wants. It's a very complex system for communication.
Is it really that complex? Let's be honest.
There are multiple uses. Not complex. There's a variety.
In League, there's a question mark one.
Well, that's what I'm arguing.
And that's mainly for enemies are missing. But people are like, what the fuck are you doing? Where did you go? What the fuck was that all about that you just did? And that's what a lot of people use it for.
Question marks in
It
chat.
is a great thing that we have the explicit tag on this episode because, oh my God.
Sorry.
No, and all 3 of us have done it. Riley's like, I don't say that. I'm a good person. The rest of us,
I try to limit it.
The rest of us are degenerates. It's fine.
Yeah, but so the ping system with League, I think it could do some revamping. I'm not really that familiar with Apexes.
Oh, it's so good. All right.
But if, like I said, I think Riot needs to do some more experimental stuff with the way that, Summoner's Rift is, which is the base League of Legends game, that it's based around. So if they want to experiment with their ping system, go for it. Do it for a month. Experiment, because a lot of
in
times
preseason.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Experiment in preseason, please. But they don't do that. They don't do that at all, and I think that they should. It would benefit their player base and overall their game.
So I'm now going to move us away from League.
I'm sorry.
No, this is great. Just for a moment. I just
Okay.
want to bring something up that's not League. Hopefully, somehow not related to League.
Not allowed. You're done. You've been removed from the podcast channel.
So
I'm
on
host now.
well, no. On March 20th of 2020, Doom Eternal and the new Animal Crossing is going to be coming out,
Yeah.
Exciting.
So 2 different games coming out on like the same time.
right?
Very
And
different genres too.
Maybe
Yeah.
people haven't noticed as much, or maybe you are noticing now, but they've released fan art of each other, and like the communities are getting they're getting along really, really well.
I want to see a mod of like Isabel and Doom just like
Slaying demons.
slaying. Like she wouldn't Smash, but slaying demons instead.
When I first heard about this relationship, so for those of you who don't know, Doom is a first-person shooter that takes place on Mars and in Hell, and I think on Earth in like Doom 3 BFG edition, where you shoot demons, kill demons, and listen to heavy metal while shooting demons and killing demons.
Sounds like a Mitch game to me.
Oh, it's awesome. I love it. Animal Crossing, I know, is a game about animals that cross. I actually don't have much information on that.
It's kind of like
I know you guys have said it's like a mayor sim.
So it's like a mayor simulator with
Anthropomorphic.
Anthropomorphic.
With furries. Come out and say it. They're furries, okay?
No, I can't say they're furries because
They're actual
they're
animals.
actually animals. So
Animals.
like talking animals.
Yeah, but it's like a dream.
It's a
you know?
life simulator, but like
Yeah.
you're constantly in debt, earning money,
So
and
you're a
making
college
the
student.
town better.
Okay, you're not a
You're-
college student.
You're the only human
You're
in a
making the
settlement
town
of
better.
animal people.
Yeah,
Yeah, so two very different games.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, people in Reddit, on the great worldwide website of Reddit, have made fan art that features Isabel doing Doom stuff and Doomslayer doing Animal Crossing stuff, mayoral job stuff, fishing. I don't know
Probably
actually.
like fishing or
Yeah.
like just digging with a shovel, going to catch bugs.
I actually had a picture of it just kind of popped up on my on this device in front of me, and it showed them both holding each other's like games. It's like, I love this game, or I'm a fan, or it shows them posted up on like a poster together. It's like 3/20/20, and it's kind of adorable. I'm not gonna lie, seeing
Yeah.
Doom
It
guy
is kind of adorable.
doing something that's not ripping an eye out of a demon is kind of adorable.
I love
Also
how,
seeing the cute character like
Yeah.
yeah.
holding like a badass sword. And
Dude, it's always the cute ones, like the ones that look so innocent, but inside they're like, I'm gonna kill you.
that's what makes it good pictures. It makes you laugh. I love it.
There's there's a picture here. Look at it. And it says it's like an Isabel quote. It says, "Rip and tear until it's done," and it's Isabel just riding the Doomslayer into battle, and it's horrifying. But I'll make sure that we share that. So social media analysts, make sure we share that when we get to
Send them
I
my
will,
way.
I will.
And I'll have to find the names of the original artists because hey, artists do art.
Giving
and
this
credit.
this IGN
It
article
Take
a
credit
long
where
has
time.
credit's due.
this
as a-
IGN article has the credits already, so
Okay, cool.
that will save you time doing that.
Yeah. Hey, anyone out there see these stuff? Give credit to your artists because they deserve it because art is difficult.
Yeah, don't.
Yep. I'm
Don't-
actually really excited for Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Yeah.
Are you?
Why? Give
Yeah.
us some reasons.
Reasons?
Tell us about it.
What makes
Well,
it different
for the
from
first
the
time-
previous?
For the first time, I have some mixed feelings about some aspects of the game, but one of the things I'm really excited about is there's going to be, for the first time ever, you can like terraform your island. So you'll be able to like put in waterfalls and like adjust your island to how you want it to be.
So cool. I want to.
Yeah, you can unlock it right away. I think it's further along in the game.
Well, terraforming
like-
is pretty badass.
Yeah, people have really wanted that for a long time, so that hasn't been in the game. I don't know if this has been in the game before, but I saw like on the Nintendo website somebody pole vaulted across the river instead of finding a bridge. Was that in a previous game or is that new?
I'm not entirely sure. I
mean-
grew up with I did Harvest Moon. Sorry, I'm a mooner.
That's
A mooner?
Why do I say things on accident that just sound bad?
I was
played
looking.
Harvest
I was
Moon.
like,
I've
a
played
mooner.
Animal Crossing like a lot, like on my DS, but I don't remember what version it was. I don't know if it was like New Leaf or what it was. I'm gonna have to look. But I really enjoyed it.
No, it's cool. You know, everyone has their own style of game. I'm a Doom guy, but I respect the community of Animal Crossing. It's not my cup of tea, but it's cool.
Yeah.
We be privatizing islands now, boys. Is that what
One
it
thing
is?
that's actually a little like I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know if it's concerning. I was about to say concerning, but you own like for the Switch, playing this new game on the Switch, you only get one island, and so you can have multiple characters, but it's only one island per Switch. And so if you load that same game on a different Switch, it's a new island.
Oh.
So you can have up to like 8 characters, but you all have to share an island. So it's like typically you'd have your own account and you can have multiple like islands, but you can't do that anymore. Another thing is I think when you like travel to other people's towns, I don't know if you're allowed to take certain tools with you anymore so that you can't like uproot trees and steal stuff.
Oh, but stealing stuff from your friends is the best part of life.
That's what
I
I do.
know.
in
I think you
Oblivion.
can be best friends with the person and they can give you permission, but I don't know how that works.
You just steal
Obviously,
their
I've only
entire
like
town.
looked at a bunch of articles and was like, "Oh, this is so cool."
Suddenly they lost their town center because you stole it.
You
Yeah, I
can move
wanna-
buildings around now, I think, after they've been
Ooh.
built.
I
I
want-
remember that wasn't a thing originally.
I want a looting and pillaging option.
Are the characters the same in this one,
I
or
think-
they're implementing new ones? Or
I think they're mostly the same. There's a new dragon-y lizard character. I think it's her name is Flick. Looks like a
That's
rocker kind of style.
oh, that's
like,
adorable.
I love it. I can't wait to like see what the personality is. Cause like in the back of my head, I know all the like classics. Like Hazel is like the squirrel, I think, or chipmunk squirrel that like doesn't leave you alone.
It sounds like we just need rip and tear, but put into Animal Crossing for this new rocker dragon.
Sure.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So do you guys think there's a possibility of other communities, being this kind to each other?
I
Like
always
this-
think that there's a possibility anywhere for that type of thing. You just have to do it before. You just have to do it, I guess. Yeah. Just
I was gonna say Doom Eternal, is that also coming out for the Switch as well as like obviously the consoles, but
Believe so, but I don't want to say anything off the top of my head. Let me double
'Cause
check really quick.
for some reason I'm thinking that both games are also coming out like on the Switch on the same day.
yeah.
And so that's what I thought would be an issue.
Yeah.
But it's not. Because I understand it not being an issue if like one's a console game, one's
Yeah.
like for the Switch or for the DS or different sort of game PC. So I thought it was really interesting
Yep,
that
it's coming to the Switch.
yeah, I thought it was interesting that they're coming out for the same platform and nobody has an issue with that because they're like, oh, I want to play both games when they come out. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it possibly is someone who's like, I love both games. I don't have that much money. Maybe I have all the money in the world. I don't know. But then, as artists do, they think about new and cool things. And they're like, what if Isabella did this? Because she smashes hard in Smash.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. I'm really glad that everybody's getting along with this and like all the fan art is hilarious and amazing. I just thought it was strange that like, oh, that's actually happening. Like they're all happening on the same day and people are okay with that. Gamers can be cool.
I just realized
It can be cool.
March 20th is, let's see, it's a Friday. So when those games drop, I'm guessing people are going to call in sick from work, school, and,
Take the 3-day weekend
to really dive deep into
Yeah.
what these games have to offer. I'll have to explain to my bosses that I'm going to come down with some sort of cold that day.
Even though he's like,
you say with your boss in
there.
the room. Yeah.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. He's fine. It's cool. I got the Doom virus. It's fine.
The Doom virus.
Watch out, they might just run with that. It might just become a thing.
Yeah, I wish I had like more time and more money to spend on these new games that are coming. Like, I really want the Bloodlines 2 game that was like the first one to Bloodlines of Masquerade, and the Final Fantasy VII remake. I want that.
Mm-hmm.
You want
But
that.
I want that.
That one.
That one.
Specifically that one.
I want many things, but that one.
I think it's interesting. All of our listeners, if you want to, please add us and tell us which one you're more excited for. Doom Eternal or the new Animal Crossing?
Ow. We really need to set up a poll system because we've been talking about a poll system.
Sorry, just cramped my leg really bad right there. I was moving, adjusting.
Weird.
Continue, yeah.
We really need to come up with a poll system because we've been talking about like having people vote on a lot of different things, all the way back from like the first story episode.
For now, just hashtag Game Jawns
work on
us
it.
or add us so that we
Yes,
can
please.
see it. Yeah. Social media analyst, get on that.
I'm an analyst, not the manager, but I will figure it out.
We'll yell at the manager too. No, it's great. You guys are doing a great job with that. But we'd love to hear from all of you out there. If you're like, oh, Doom Eternal is what I'm here for. I want to hear it because hell yes.
Maybe I'll do an entire episode on Doom.
I won't. But thank you for offering
You
that.
could, though.
I mean,
I
we
don't
spent
know
a
if-
lot of time talking about League. I'm gonna admit.
I don't know
I'm
if I can
pretty
deep dive
Cloud9.
into them. I can try.
I see what you did. I hate it, but I see what you did there.
I don't
Cloud9
get it.
is a pro team, an NA pro team.
All right, go ahead and cut their mics. We're just gonna end this with just Reilly and I.
All right, I'm cool with that.
No, you guys did a great deep dive in the world of League. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was expecting to be like a 20-minute conversation, and it turned into an hour long.
That's too bad.
I guess I didn't think two people could discuss League at that extent.
We speak about League at a high extent, in between classes, sometimes during class, sometimes after.
Wow.
I should have been way more prepared for that conversation. I tried
Me
to look.
too.
I tried to look at a League of Legends rundown before we started, and I was like, "Oh, there's lanes and stuff. Cool.
Yeah, there's a lot to League, and there's more added on, especially when you got over 140 characters.
Yeah, it only took me like at least 3 months to learn the game, and then only
Took me
like
about a
another
year.
year to get good at the game.
Well,
I was dating a guy who was really good at the game, and that's how I started playing, and it strained our relationship. I will not take criticism. Felt
Hey.
so bad.
Hey, that's how it is sometimes.
The most-
you know?
Yeah.
the most powerful words you can hear from anyone is "get good."
Hey,
You just,
hey, I have a thing.
especially your significant other, you just gotta tell
Oh,
them, hey,
yeah.
you know, I know
Get
you're,
good.
I know
in
you're.
League, there's these clans that you can be a part of, and when you get to a certain amount of people, you can make tags for your clan name. Literally, one of mine is "get good."
It's-
So
It's get good.
I am-
Get good, bro.
I'm telling everyone to get good every day.
So you're low key toxic while also being supportive.
I'm flexing.
You're
every-
flexing
Every day I'm flexing.
every day. You're flexing with your.
Firepower.
And every day I'm shuffling. Okay.
I'm sorry. He said. Hold on, everyone, wait. Jack, could you say that a little louder for me? I think that needs to be said just a bit louder.
Weird. My mic doesn't seem to be working.
Oh, yeah,
sorry.
it's-
I'll tell you after the.
It's
tell you
weird
after.
how that happens.
Yeah.
Well, as everyone has come to know, at the end of every episode, especially ones where we talk about League of Legends I can already tell someone's is going to be League of Legends. All right. At the end of every episode, we do a John of the Week. Jay, you know what John of the Week is, so I'm not going to deep dive it. So, since you're the new one, the new person on this round table of ours, will you please tell us what your John of the Week is? And if it's a character from League, I will cut your mic. Yeah.
It
Like, oh no, I had nothing else.
I'm totally kidding. You can say whatever it is. I'm just teasing you.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
You weren't ready for one of those pivotal points.
It's okay.
Of the
I'm
Game
never
Jawns.
ready.
I came
Nobody
into this
ever
thing,
is ready for the John of the Week.
I
It's
came
very
into this
surprising.
thing nervous. I didn't know what to do with myself.
Interesting.
John of the Week, huh?
Yeah.
Can be a Netflix show. Can be a game. Can be a movie that you
We
like.
can come back.
Okay, how about this? John of the Week. In March, TFT is coming on mobile.
TFT.
Team Fight
Team Fight
Tactics.
Okay.
And I will barely be doing classwork in class.
So it's a future John of the Week, but it's a John of the Week.
John of the Week for the future.
Can't wait to look to my right in Japanese culture and see Jay hunched over.
Just playing away on my phone.
We'll have to keep monitoring on you at work. Make sure you're actually getting work done.
The boss is there.
All right. So Reilly, what's your John of the week?
So mine is also actually like a mobile game.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say League of Legends. I was like, stop.
That would have been surprising considering
Iconic.
I don't play.
What a power move.
For real though. Actually, it's a mobile game called Sky Children of the Light.
Ooh.
Yeah, I actually started playing it because I think it was like a mobile game of the year or something. Apple gave it some award. And so I was like, oh, this is interesting because it's made by the same developers that made Journey. I don't know if you guys remember that game.
Yeah.
But that
I
was a
loved
beautiful
it.
game. So this
Cried.
is like a mobile game that has like similar aspects, but it's all like, phone and tapping. So
Yeah.
I love it.
Awesome.
Nice. Jack, what is your John of the week?
My John of the week is the Z comic that
Okay.
Riot and League of Legends have put out.
Yeah, 2 for 3 for League.
It's very engaging. Artwork is very good, and it's got great backstory for the characters, and it's interesting. And I'm not really a comics guy. I mean, I read like manga and stuff, but like normal traditional American comics, Marvel comics, I've never really been that much of a fan of, but they did a good job here. So that's what I'm going to plug.
Nice. So my John of the week is going to be music again. I've been listening to the album called Earth and Sky by Of Mice and Men. If you're into metal, give this album a listen. It's a lot of fun all the way through. I played a lot, especially playing Battlefield, and I know my squad can hear it, and I do not care because it is awesome and it keeps me pumped. So if you guys like metal and rock and roll, I'd give it a high recommendation, Earth and Sky by Of Mice and Men. I think we were actually listening to some of it on the way here.
I think we did, yeah.
Yeah, we did. I apologize if you're not in the middle. But
I love metal. I love metal.
So now we're going to do a couple plugs of people's social medias or websites or whatever it is you want to give a shout out on your name. Reilly, we'll let you start. I mean, I already know what it's going to be.
Yep, you guys can find me on Instagram, as always, at tripping over both feet.
Jay, what's yours?
I'm mainly also on Instagram as Neela Nightshade, Naela Nightshade. And that's everything. So if you want to find my Twitter, which is Baron, go for it.
Nice.
Or, as well as
One
my
of these days
YouTube.
I might have to make a Twitter, but no promises I'd use it.
I don't use mine.
I mean, I
I
just
love
retweet
Twitter.
everything. I don't think I've crafted a tweet in like 50 plus
my
days
first
at
tweet
least.
was crap.
I'd probably just retweet like random articles that I've been reading.
Hey, it gets the numbers up. I don't know.
I love Twitter.
I hate Twitter, but I'm still on it.
So Jack, what's your Jesus?
Yeah, speaking of Twitter, I'm at Jack Forschner on Twitter. And if you want to spell it, FORSCHNER.
Cool. You can find me. I'm pretty easy. It's at mcook2016. Super original, super easy, and not at all imaginative. Remember, you can follow, and support us on Patreon, Twitter, Podbeam, and Discord. If you want to find us on Twitter, remember it's at Game Jawns and at Light to Adventure. Our Patreon is patreon.com/LanternLightStudios. You can, if you'd like to reach out to us, we'd love to hear about your John of the Week. I'm sure Jay would love to relay us your Johns and your
Yeah, I would love to
Your
give it
opinions.
to the group and be like, yo, see these Johns of the week. Give them shout outs.
Yeah, if you want to talk deep dive with League, please contact them and not me because I cannot hold that in the
Contact
conversation.
Mitch as well. I would like to see the pain in his eyes.
Special thanks to our producer, Anthony Zoccola, and audio engineer, Stephen Angelo. Without you guys, we couldn't do what we do, and we sure as hell wouldn't sound as nice as we do. Thank you to our guest today. I don't know why you chose to sit down with us, but you do, week in and week out, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
And once again, last but not least, thank you to each and every one of you that are listening each week. Whether it's your first time or your repeat, we love that you guys tune in and listen to us ramble every week. So until next time, peace.
Bye.
Arigato.
Sayonara.